You know, I was thinking last night as I was watching this sourpuss T-Rump on Fox, Donald Trump, and I was thinking about that commercial that they played, Who Do You Want to Answer the Phone at 3 a.m.? And I was looking at that cinnamon bun swirly hairdo thing that he's got going on his head. Can you imagine what a bird's nest that looks like at 3 a.m.? They should just do a commercial where, it's Donald Trump answering the phone in his Chinese-made pajamas. Did you see the stupidity of the people that are sucking up to him on Fox? And by the way, Fox, if you haven't figured it out, is the establishment Republican outlet. That's why they're all sucking up to Newt Gingrich. So last interviews, you see Nudie, T-Rump, and the focus group phony Hannity. And they're all standing around. And T-Rump is crucifying China, communist China. At one point in a previous interview, Donald Trump said China is raping the United States economically. And now we need to put tariffs on all the goods coming out of China. Now, we have to deal with China. Don't get me wrong. You know how much I hate communist China. I said Bush should have never gone to the Olympics there. That's a whole different subject we'll talk about in just a little bit. But Trump's standing there. Where did Trump's clothes for his Donald J. Trump signature collection line come from? China?
Whoops.
Where do the cufflinks come from? China. Where do the ties come from? China. Where do the products in his stores in his building come from? China. And then someone in a previous interview that I found pressed Donald Trump on why his crap is made in China. And he said it's because they manipulate their currency, and that forces me to do business in China. Okay. Put your check mark next to that idiot's name for Republican nominee for president. Commie China made me do it. I thought it was Flip Wilson saying, the devil made me do it. Now it's Commie China made poor T-Rump make his crappy clothes in China. Well, they have to be crappy, right? Because he said everything that comes from China is crap. Stick with me.
The Jerry Doyle Show. This is the Jerry Doyle Show.
There's some people out there, guys, sending emails that just, their whole world is crumbling around them with the phoniness of the Republican Party being exposed. So I get emails, Donald Trump never said that he blamed China for his products being made in China. He wouldn't be that stupid. ABC News, April 28th, 2011. Donald Trump, who has repeatedly accused China of stealing manufacturing jobs from the United States, acknowledged today to ABC News that an array of Trump-branded clothes, accessories, and other products are made in China. The real estate and casino mogul, who's considering a run for the Republican presidential nomination, blamed China for the fact that Trump ties, Trump cufflinks, and even Trump teddy bears come with a made-in-China label. The answer is very simple, he said, quote, because of the fact that China so manipulates their currency, it makes it almost impossible for American companies to compete, end quote. You see it with all the items you're talking about. You also see it with building products. If it continues this way, America won't have any jobs except for taking care of the elderly. Trump has made the flow of U.S. jobs overseas, especially to China, centerpiece of his exploratory campaign for president, and his questions aloud whether President Obama was born in America, birther. The problem with our country is that we don't make anything anymore. Trump hammered at China during a visit to New Hampshire. China, quote, is raping this country, end quote. But visitors to the Trump store in the lobby of the Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue in New York City, or to the displays of Trump clothing at Macy's in New York's Herald Square, would be hard-pressed to find anything labeled made in the USA. At the same time Trump was speaking in New Hampshire, his Trump store was contributing to the growth of Chinese manufacturing. Why? Because Trump was selling $80 Trump-branded cotton sweaters and $70 Trump-branded warm-up tops, all made in China. Also available with the Made in China tag, golf hats stamped with the Trump crest, and stuffed animals. Visitors also could buy leather made in China belts priced at $45, advertised as so soft it feels like $1 million. Trump-branded polo shirts that would be perfect wear for one of Trump's golf courses. The shirts sell for $70. They were not made in China. They were made in Korea and Thailand. As first... So it's safe to say that if all we're doing is buying crap from China, then Trump stuff is crap if it comes from China, correct? I'm not sure about the stuff that comes from Korea or Thailand, outside of the women. I don't have a problem with the product. As first reported by Salon.com, the Trump wear sold at Macy's, part of the Donald J. Trump signature collection, is manufactured overseas, including ties in more than 50 different styles and colors, all made in China, suits made in Mexico and Vietnam, and dress shirts, 5 styles made in China. The Trump tie pins are $22, the tie clips $28, labeled as made in China, as are the cufflinks, $35 to $45 a pair, made in China, and even the boxes containing the cufflinks are made in China. The Trump crap collection, courtesy of our good friends in Commie China. Oh, what a tool, what a fool. Wow. And people still think this guy's like, why are they bowing before Donald Trump? Why do these Republicans feel compelled to go in front of this?
Because he's rich. He was making a lot of money. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, that was another email that I got. You're just jealous that Donald Trump has $7 billion and you don't. And that better qualifies him to be the president of the United States because he's got more money than me? Guess what? Muammar Gaddafi had 6 times the money Donald Trump has. At least $40 billion. Some say closer to $60 billion before he became room temperature and was prodded in certain parts of his body that we won't go into. So Muammar Gaddafi is 6 times more qualified than Donald Trump to be president because he had more money. Donald Trump, the only guy in the Forbes 400 list that always calls up and bitches about his net worth. Most anybody with money wants to downplay how much money they have. Donald Trump wants to upplay the money that he doesn't have, so it looks like he has more than he has. And now everyone has to bow to this idiot, this fool. Oh, I have to go before the great and powerful Donald Trump. So what? So other people who would vote for Donald would vote for you? Believe it or not, folks, there are actually people in this country who would to this day vote for David Duke, the former Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Should they go bow before him because they might lose 6 or 7 votes? Because they don't get the Ku Klux Klan endorsement? Now, Trump says, Huntsman, nothing. Paul, crazy old fool. I think Ron Paul makes Donald Trump the craziest of all. I really do. Because for what Ron Paul's, he's smooth. He doesn't seem to let this stuff affect him. Maybe he does, and we don't see it. But I haven't seen it, haven't heard it, haven't read about it. Haven't seen the tell coming from him.
He just laughs it off for what it really is. It's nonsense.
Yeah. Now, Romney decides he's not going to participate in the T-Rump Newsmax. Oh, do you see Grover Norquist? He's sucking up to Newsmax, saying, "Oh, I want to see everyone participate. I encourage them to participate." December 27th? You know what they're saying? The same thing that congressmen are saying now with Obama staying in D.C. It's Christmas. It's New Year's. We're supposed to be on vacation. We're supposed to be spending time with our families or our mistresses or both. We're supposed to figure out how to juggle that. We've done it every year. But now we have to change our plans. So now everybody has to change their plans because T-Rump wants to have a debate. And Romney says, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be participating in that. He told that to Neil Cavuto on Fox yesterday. And Trump says, I understand. Trump says, it would seem logical to me that if I was substantially behind in the polls, especially in Iowa, South Carolina, and Florida, I would want to participate in this debate. But I understand why Governor Romney decided not to do it. They didn't elaborate on why he was willing to let Romney off the hook for skipping the debate, but not the same with regard to John Huntsman and Ron Paul. T-Rump. This wow. Made in China. And these suck-ups on Fox News that are standing in front of the guy, they're looking at that cinnamon bun hairdo. They're looking at the suit, they're looking at the shirt, they're looking at the tie, and he's hammering Commie China, and for good reasons. I hammer Commie China. We're never going to get free and fair trade from Commie China. We're never going to solve the problems of global warming if we're just doing it ourselves, if it even exists to begin with. When 16 of the 20 most polluted cities in the world are in Commie China. But they're standing right in front of this huckster, this clown, Trump, and nobody says, so the suit and tie that you're wearing, that must be crap too because your clothes are made in China.
It's a perfect distraction. I mean, look what happened. I mean, as soon as Newt Gingrich started getting some heat, Donald Trump shows up on the scene, and everybody starts talking about him instead of Newt and his baggage. It's a great deflection.
Oh, my God. Newt last night on TV was going, well, along the campaign trail, this is serious stuff, heady stuff, big issue stuff. And, once in a while you need something fun, you need something lighthearted, you need something as a distraction. So what is this? You going to karaoke? Donald Trump is that guy? It's going to be
just put on a dress then, for that matter, and walk around on the stage in drag.
Why not? Exactly. Just stand next to Gene Hackman in a scene from The Birdcage. Just put a wig on, do your best Carol Channing. Maybe you could do a dance or two.
Now that would be a distraction.
Now that would be something where
I'd probably watch.
Right, like Giuliani. Remember he dressed up like Marilyn Monroe?
That's pretty funny.
Right. Not if you're an uptight establishment Republican. Then it's like he's a sellout. He has family values. He doesn't understand the role of the mother and the father. And then it's like, wow.
Loosen up.
Loosen up.
Jeez, get a back rub or something, man.
It's great to see, though. I love the confusion. It's like I explained. There's Republicans out there that don't know what to do. I loved Michelle Bachmann. Now I don't. I loved Rick Perry. Now I don't. I loved Herman Cain. Now I 999 him. I loved. Now I can't. And then Newt's up and Newt's down. And Trump's in and Trump's back. But what about this? I like this guy. You like that guy. I don't like
Hummingbirds,
this guy.
man.
I just said, because it's all been a giant game that's been played, that's been perpetrated. This thing called Republican radio and Republican TV, where they're all cheerleaders. And now you're looking at the reality of who these people are and all the parasites that have attached themselves to this political machine to suck as much money out of people's pockets as they possibly can by giving us these flawed and failed candidates. And now these people are circling around like a dog looking for a place to take a crap. Right? It's like,
exactly.
I gotta go over here. No, I can't go over here. Oh, someone else was over there. I smell. No, over here. No, I smell. What do you smell over there? I think I'm on the box. No, I smell a little Perry. No, I got. Oh, there's Kate. Oh, I like Kate. Oh, no. Hang on. Oh, no. Rob. No. That's all they are. Just circling around. And maybe someone can explain to me why that happens with a dog. Why? It's a dog. You're taking a crap. Just take it. There is no perfect spot. You're taking a dump. Take it. Move on. Let me go find the little trowel so I can start my day off catering to man's best friend.